In these sessions, we are going to discussing the OAPs, top 10 vulnerabilities. So what is meant by the OAPs? OAPs means that is Open Web Application Security Projects. So this is a non-profitable organizations. So it is can be help to improve the security for web applications. For the security, we have to providing the non-profitable organization that is called as a OAPs. Nowadays, in cybersecurity, facing the lot of problems for the security for a website, each and every website, because of hacking can be using for the all the people are attacking to every websites. So that's what here we have to going to discussing the web applications security projects. So this is one of the organizations. That means it is a third-party organizations. It can helps to the protecting the websites. It gives the suggestions and it gives the top 10 of the vulnerabilities. So not for the top 10, and it gives all the vulnerabilities of the. So what the hacker can be enter to the websites to hacking. So what are the base? So he gives the that kind of ranking can be provided. So this is one of the private organization. That means it is a third party organizations. So basically an web designer can gives the to developing a website based on the SDLC. That means software development life cycles. So but every developer cannot be going to given by the security purposely they can develop the websites. So only he can develop the what the client or customers requirements that maybe has to focus to develop the website. So based on the SDLC, software development life cycle. So he given by the first priority based depends upon the requirements, people's manpowers, and so what are the like models like spiral models, prototype models. So these are the can be going to developing, but the in our open web applications security can give the protections of the what are the vulnerabilities are using nowadays are there. So in these are the survey can be conducted by opens OAPs. So this is the for the last 2017 he given the 10 vulnerabilities, and so now 2021 have given the changes of the for the again 10 vulnerabilities are there. So last 2017 can give the first place he given by the injections, second place that was broken authentication, third place sensitive data exposures, next one XML external entities, broken access controls, and security misconfigurations, cross-site scriptings, so insecure desire relations, and using the components of with known vulnerabilities and insufficient logging for the monitoring. So these are all the and last 2017 can give the top 10 priorities. So now we are updating for this OAPs for the top 10 vulnerabilities that is in 2021. That is first place goes to broken access control, and next cryptography failure. Third one it is injections, insecure design, secure misconfigurations, vulnerabilities and outdated components, identifications and authentications failures, and software data integrity failures, secure logging and monitoring failures, SSRF, that means server side requesting forgeries. So these are the top 10 vulnerabilities. So the entire for this concepts we have to go into discussing for this entire top 10 vulnerabilities. And firstly we have to go into discussing the first one, that is broken access control. So what is meant by the broken access control? So broken access control means when the user can be accessing without their permissions. So before we are going to broken access control means so what is meant by the access hacking? Hacking means it is a unauthorized access. So the user can be going to access for the another user, so without their permissions he can access their credentials and their what they have to using this configurations networking. So basically, what was the hacking main intention? That is to destroying the network systems, So that is main intention to disturbing the hackers. So here, that what the vulnerability are using for the nowadays in webs. So this is the first one, and previously the broken access control in 2017, that was a third place. So in 2021, that is tremendous changes. So it is taken from the first places. So because of most of the peoples are easily users are accessing through the websites are there. So this is the first one, broken access control. In this broken access control are the most common vulnerabilities for the discovering during the web applications penetration testings. So every user can be using through the website. So most of the peoples are using so this kind of website access. So that's what hacker can be using this kind of vulnerabilities. That is broken access controls. So this is can be increasing the first positions. So first positions are can be increasing for this positions are they using for the broken access controls. So mostly this is unauthorized access. So unauthorized access can be information for the disclose and the modifications of destroyed the data. So the basically hacking, that means it is an unauthorized access. So every user can be accessed without their permissions. That is called as a hacking. So here we have to discussing the broken access control. So broken access control means so within this two persons having with the communications, that communications can be going to destroy. That communication will be going to destroy and disturbing for this network systems. So that was we have to using this kind of broken access controls. So within this broken access control, so this mechanism can be using this two ways are can be using. So the two ways can be using. So these are the two categories are there. First one, it is horizontal privilege escalations, and the second one vertical privilege escalations. So basically access control vulnerabilities are going to using the two escalations. So these are the two categories. The first one is horizontal privilege escalations. So what is meant by the horizontal escalation means the same user can be accessing for the another user. Same user can be accessing to the another users. So the next one, vertical means the user can be accessing the administrator's accessibilities. So here we have to explain this example. So here see, so this is an example of the broken access control. This is the diagram. So here the number of users are using and number of users are in accessing their websites and an internet are there. So multiple users are using. So here we have to see the what are the users. The first one is that is a admin. It is one of the user, and second one it is a applications user, and third one it is a malicious users. So number of applications are there. So first here we have to see the two categories of the broken access controls are there. That first one it is a vertical, and second one is a horizontal. So what is meant by the horizontal? What is meant by the vertical? So here the broken access control, the same user can be accessing to the another user. The same user and one user can be access to the another user. So that is we have to call as a horizontal broken access control. For example, in one example there, that is a Flipkart and Amazon websites are there. So within this Amazon and Flipkart websites are there, number of and multiple users are there. So every user can be accessing their the apply for their orders, and what you have to give the permissions, and so what you are going to enter the credentials. So these are all can be entered into the for this websites are there. At the same time, and another user also login. So within this multiple users are using and for this website. So at the same time, here some kind of one of the malicious user is there. Some kind of one of the malicious user is there. So that user can be access the another application user. The user can be access the another application's user. It is called as a horizontal broken access control. And another one is admin user is there. So what the admin's task, that means what are the users are given by the orders and comments, and so what are the sales, so that can be observing the administration's task. But here the admins also hacking by the user. That means here one of the malicious user can be hacking, another malicious user can be attacking to the admin. So it can be accessing by the administrations of the credentials to the malicious user. So this is called as a vertical access. So vertical broken access control. That means there are the two categories of the broken access control here. So see, this is the horizontal privilege escalations, and second one, that is a vertical privilege escalations. So horizontal means occur when a user can perform an action or access data of another user with the same level of the permissions. That means two users are can be accessing the same level of the permissions accessing. This is called as a horizontal privilege escalations. Same way, next another one, that is a vertical privilege escalations. That means occurs when the user can perform the actions or access data that requires a level access to the beyond their role. So beyond their role means here, see, this is the diagram of broken access control. So that is admin accessibility, that was a beyond their role. So here the same access user is application user, that was called as a horizontal, and beyond their role means that is a admin access control, that is called as a beyond their role. So here it is called as a vertical access control. So this is the first vulnerability, that means broken access control. The next one, second one, that is a cryptographic failure. So that was a, and previously cryptographic failure, that was it is a loss. So it is can be sensitive data exposures in 2017, that was a sensitive data exposures. That name will be changes, that name will be changes to the 2021, it is called as a cryptographic failures. So cryptographic failures are there. So here we have to going to discussing the cryptographic failures. So what is meant by the cryptography? That means cryptography means so when you are going to communicating each other, the data will be going to hide, and security and sensitive data will be sending for the one to another. So by using the some kind of algorithms, these are the encryption algorithm and decryption algorithm. So that means encryption means the encryption means that is text can be converted into the plain text to the cipher text, that is called as a encryption. And next one, that is cipher text to the and that means plain text, it is converting the cipher text to the plain text, it is called as a decryptions. These two methods are applying for this cryptographic algorithms. So here it is one of the failure vulnerability, that is a cryptographic failures. So most of the peoples are using with the when you are going to enter the website, so with this credentials are there. So that means, for example, user ID, password are there. So every person can be going to using with this user ID and password. So here the password or the weak password and user IDs also, the repeatedly user IDs are there. So these are the one of the failures are into the second one, cryptographic failures. So here it is the cryptographic failures are related to the cryptographic concept, that is directly attack to the systems. Hacker often they try to steal the data while it is transmit from the user's browsers. So that means when your user can be hacking one to one, then simply the third party person has steal with this data from the within these two persons. So that's what here we have to apply the two different scenarios. The first scenario, it is cracking the unsealed password hashes using the rainbow tables. So that means cracking the tables are using, that is just encoding the password, not enough the within the error. So already existing system, that password hacking, it is a simple criteria. So when your password is stronger, when your password is given by the stronger, that means that was a very security. Password stronger means we are using this password, every password here small characters are there, capital characters are there, special symbols and numbers. So these are the strong passwords. So when you are going to changes the number of times for the passwords, so it will be the strongest password. The next one, and another cryptography concept, that is a automated database encrypted and decryptions, automated database and decrypted. So most of the websites are nowadays we are assuming that is a HTTP, that means hypertext transfer protocols are the very secure, but these are the very unfortunately, so most of the hackers are hacking by this HTTP servers. So basically for the every website can be accessing this type of protocols are there. So that's what every hacker can be attacking for this HTTP servers. So here suppose to website does not strong for the protocols. So website does not strong for the protocols. So here using the HTTP and HTTPS protocols are there. So this type of protocols can be designed by the website designer, but there is no security. So here WAPs can be give the suggestions to protect, and this kind of protocols are there. So this is the another one kind of scenario. And next, fourth one, that is a insecure password. So password not secured. So that means so password, when you are giving the strongest password, that means it was very secure. So that means password can be going to changes repeatedly, and password can be going to changes repeatedly, and as well as the strongest password, that was a very strong and it is secure passwords are there. So these are the fourth scenario. The next one, so see, this is the third one, that is a SQL injections are there. So SQL injections. So here see the previous of this SQL injections, that means previously it is a first place in 2017. In 2017 that was a first place, and gradually that was a decreasing the place of the third one in 2021 are there. So here this is the SQL injections are there. So SQL injection means so the hacker can be injects a program into the web applications. So into the web applications, at the time user can be click for that programming, then immediately that program can be running with this applications. Then obviously hacker and user, so user is also control with this hackers. So this is the one of the drawback for the SQL injections. See, this is the SQL injections occur when the attacker pollutes the query sent to the backend to the applications with a valid code. So that is executed by the targeted peoples. The targeted peoples and the attackers use this trick the system into execute the unintentional commands that they have to provide through the applications. So here the one of the user are there. So one of the user can be using the web applications. Hacker wants to given the query with the applications. So given the query with this applications. So what are the chances to the web applications are given the instructions and given the inputs are there. That is mainly, for example, input credentials are there. That means passwords, usernames are there. So these are the first given by the credentials, and some of the applications are there. Some of the applications are there. We have to fill in the application. At that time also we have to given the credential inputs are there. So at that time, so hacker can give the programming. So that time your application will be running. So this is SQL injections are there. So here the SQL injections. Next one, fourth one, that is insecure design. When the developer can be going to design a website, so there is no proper security. So there is no proper going to apply for the security. Why? Because so already I have to explain, that is a basically developer always be the intentionally they have to developing based on the SDLC. That means software development life cycles only he was follow with this basic fundamental rules, but he cannot focus with this security. So that's what it is a insecure design. So here insecure designs are not focused for the risks and what the outcomes, what the flows of the data from this website. So that's what that was one of the drawback in the vulnerability of WAPs top 10s in. So this is the fourth vulnerability, that is a insecure design. For this insecure design, first one, it is a scenario of one the application was designed unique identity within the URL manager sessions. So this is makes the managers sessions very easy, and from the development of the perspective is very simple. But the most of the peoples are can be attacking the based on the URL, that means uniform resources language, that means website addresses. So here see the second scenario. Within this second scenario of this applications, the even by the one of the address is there, so that is a broken website admin, my admin is there. So this admin can be simply enter in your URL location, the simply he was this entire website will be opening automatically when you are going to change the some modifications, and when you are going to accept for this website. So simply that URL just little bit have to target, and little bit you have to change for that, simply automatically change for the accessing the control for the another one. So this is like as a insecure designs. So insecure designs. Next one, security misconfigurations. Security misconfigurations. That means when the developer was developing the website, so he was not following the protocols for the security perspectives. So security perspectives. So only he was developing the websiting for the what the users requirements, what the users requirement they can be developing. For example, the users is given by the, so that means it is a multimedia website, then you have to automatically developing for the multimedia and sales managers and sales targeted websites. So only for this what the content given by the users, they can focus only for the what the content in the website. But here the security can be he was not focused. So that's what he have to going to security misconfigurations. That is a fifth vulnerability. Security misconfigurations occur, that is settings from the can adequately for the define of the configurations process maintain and develop with the default settings. Some of the persons are not follow the basic settings are there. So here for the default accounts are there. So one of the websites are can be enter the default automatically enter into the websites. So there is no proper security instructions, there is no proper passwords configurations, there is no proper login credentials. So then automatically created the website, and then automatically you are going to enter into the website. Obviously there is no security. So obviously there is no security. So that's what security misconfigurations. Obviously here one of the vulnerability, top 5 vulnerability. So default account passwords are enabled, default passwords and accounts are enabled. That means automatically user and automatically hacker can be easily accessing this unauthorized access for the systems. That was first one. The second one, that is secure password policies are there. So already previously I have to explain, that is security policies are there. So what the security policies, basically some kind of principles, guidelines are given by the passwords. That means small characters, capital characters and special characters and numbers. So here we have to follow the some kind of security guidelines given by the security policies. So that was one of the drawback. And also third one, it is outdated software out there. So outdated software. So most of the peoples are using for the outdated software. That means already existing software that is easy to access the hacker. So because of that was already outdated and existed software, so that can be easily known for the hacker. So that was it is one of the drawback for the security misconfigurations. So here also the continuation files and directly for the unprotected. So some of the files are not are easily accessible. So easily accessible means there is no security here. So again the unpublished URLs. So some kind of the internet protocols are there. So this can be given by the published by the URLs. So these are the security protocols. So you are not following this published URLs. That means that is insecure. Here this is the one of the misconfigurations. The next one, sixth one, vulnerables and outdated components. Vulnerable and outdated component. This is the sixth one of the OAups in one of the vulnerabilities. Outdated means so when you are going to developing the website, that is outdated concept. Outdated concept means obviously that concept already established in the public sectors. So that's what every hacker can be knowing for the how to access, how to hacking for this kind of software. So that's what easily can be accessed. So easily can be accessed for the everyone. So easily access can be everyone. So you are going to updated. So updated means the program will be automatically, new program can be running with this software. So everyone can be going to update it. So for example, when you are going to using the smartphones, so number of times applications can be going to updated. So what was the use of the updated means? Updated is, it is a most of the peoples are using the latest configurations, latest components, latest versions are using. But the same time, security is main important. Security main important too. So when you are going to update the software, that means you are going to run with the new programming. So new programming means already new programming means you hacker cannot be identify the new programming. So when you are going to change the dynamically programs, so dynamically changes the programming means automatically hacker, it can be going to hacking the difficulties. So that was one of the drawbacks. So okay, so you are going to update when the website, so it is very risky to hacking for the hacker for the hacking of this users. So here this is the sixth point of vulnerability, OAups for the vulnerabilities. Next one, seventh point, that is a identifications and authentication failure. So identifications and authentications failures. So most of the people are using for the broken identifications, broken authentications, and brute force attacks. So these are the some of the identifications of and authentications failures. The first one is credentials stuffing. So credential stuffing means this is an attack that leverages for the stolen and leaked databases and credentials and automatically attempts for the login with them, and again for the access of the resource. That means when you are going to given by the leaked and low-range stolen, that means automatically you hacker can be accessed easily. And another one is that is brute force attacks. As the name of the suggests, the brute force attacks then automatically attempt every possible validation combinations password. So here hacker can be easily accessed for this massive of the processing the for the mathematical guidelines. So here it is a brute force attacking for the one of the authentications failures are there. So the next eighth one, it is a software and data integrity failures. So software and data integrity. Data integrity means when you are going to a website accessing using for some kind of softwares or integrities, combine the softwares. So here the softwares and data integrities are frequently occur for the code implementation of the when you are running the website. So that code implementation can be integrities not integrated to the all the combine the softwares. So the softwares are not integrity means easily accessing for the hackers. The next one, it is a secure logging and monitoring failures. So here these are the some of the security monitoring principles are using. So that is a code injections, buffer overflow, and command injections, and cross-site scripting. So forcefully for the browsing. So here see, so this is the one of the secure loggings and monitoring failures. So here hacker can be the gain for the access internal networking for gain of accessing, and second one scan the vulnerability systems and obtain the sensitive data, and third one, that is a database or logging for the detect of attacking application servers are there. So breach for the continue undetected. So these are the not accessing the data from the users. So here it is a security logging and monitoring failures. The last one, it is a server side request forgery. So this is the one of the last and top 10 vulnerabilities. Server-side request forgery attacks involves for the attacking for the abusing server functionalities and to access the modify the resource. So all the server supporting can be every URL can be server supporting importancy to executing and run with this websites by the server supporting for you here the server supporting for the server SSRF attacks. So then you are going to updating for this URL, then automatically the program will be changes are there. So then it cannot be accessed. So another one that is a data exposes. Data exposes. So no need to data expose for the every time. So you have to data what the limitations are there into the users. So what are the users requirement that can be you have to expose. So if unnecessarily you have to exposing means hacker can know the everything. So hacker can know the everything, then easily accessing the data. So you see this is one of the example of the hackers. So that is SRS. Next hacker that is attacking for this enter the website and easily internet access. He will give the response and automatically admin panel will be the accessing the data. So this is the server side request to forgery are there. So these are the top 10 vulnerabilities are there. So that is OWASP. In OWASP we have to using for the WAPs can be using for the one of the non-profitable organizations. It helps to improve the website security. So here in 2021 we have to using the broken access control, first one, cryptography failure and SQL injections, insecure design, security misconfiguration, vulnerability and outdated components, identifications and authentication failures, software data integrity failures, security logging and monitoring failures, and the last one it is a server side request forgery.